in a receiver room this talented, what do you have to do to stand out?
Just go out there and compete every day. You can't really put pressure on yourself because you have a lot of room to grow with the people in that room. You could grab stuff from anybody in that room to add to your game. So just go out there and compete is probably the best way to just stand out, I guess.
How do you think you've improved from this time last year?
More on the mental aspect, understanding the game. It's my third year being here, third year in the SEC, understanding the game a lot more. Second year in Kirby's offense, it's given me a chance to really kind of master on knowing what's really going on, what's going to be called, and just being a better teammate and just growing and just since my third year, just understanding that I'm probably into that upper level, being a leader. I got to be a leader now. I'm no longer the young person in that group, so I got to help the younger ones out and help them understand and help them have fun and go out there and compete as well.
How is the camaraderie in such a talented wide receiver room, and how has that helped you grow?
It's great. We always have fun in that room. We always have fun, whether it's from the players or to the coaches of Coach Peeler. We always have fun. Every day is different. We always have something to joke and laugh about. We just go out there and do the same thing when we get out there on the practice field, just out there and just help each other and push each other to become better. And so it's really good.
Mekhi, it's easy now in college football to go somewhere else where people get more playing time and stuff like that. What is it about here that, not just for you, but Daniel, Josh, guys who seem to be willing to wait their turn a little bit?
They just understand what it means to be a part of this brotherhood here on this team. That's really something that's really been harped on us this whole offseason, just a brotherhood and becoming close to each other. And once you built that bond, it's kind of hard to leave your closest friends. You don't want to do that, and you understand if you can just continue to work and trust in your work and continue to grow with each other, you're going to understand your opportunity is going to come. So I'm pretty sure they're just trusting in to not only them but into us and the brotherhood. So that's probably what's helping.
The second player here to refer to him as Kirby, not Coach Moore, and I'm curious what kind of. Well, I'm curious what he obviously fosters a comfort level with you guys. What does he do to kind of?
He's just there. He's not like your regular coach. He talks. He makes sure he builds relationships. I'm sorry, I should have said Coach Moore, but yeah, he just the bond that I have with him. We're really close. Able to just understand him as man to man, so that really helps with that comfort level of me calling him by his first name. My fault.
Not a bad thing.
Trevez and Drayden just talked about how they still think this defense can still be just as good as it's been the last couple of years. What have you seen as an offensive player to make them say that?
How close they are. We lost a few, but we also have a lot of returning starters on that defense. And seeing how close they are and seeing how much work that they put in, they have every right to be confident of believing that they could be better or just as good or even better as last year.
Since you've been here, I'm curious how you've seen the culture maybe shift and grow, the 3 years that you've been here. Does it feel a little bit, different this season with the proven success on the field, or is it the same for you guys?
Kind of the same. Kind of like last year where we developed that STP mindset. We're carrying that over for this year because we still feel like we have a lot to prove. Yes, we had a great season last year, but there's a lot of areas for us to grow, and we're looking forward to proving that this year.
Not just team-wide, but, even going back to spring, a lot of the guys at receiver have not shied away from, we want to be the best receiving corps in the country. Mm-hmm. Where do you guys find the line between confident and, not overconfident?
We have a standard. We have a standard that we set for ourselves, and if we feel like if we can live up to that standard every single day, then we have pretty much every right to be confident to ourselves. We're not really the ones that just the showboat and really just tell what we can do. We want to be able to show what we can do, and that's what the whole STP came for. And we really carry that into the wide receiver room as well. So we just do a good job, everybody in that room, holding each other accountable to live up to that standard every day.
What makes Luther so good?
Just turn on the tape. You can see it yourself. He's a great teammate, great athlete. He goes out there and put in the work, and what you practice, how you play, and whatever he does in practice, he goes out there and shows it in the game. Sometimes he does even more in practice than he doesn't do in the game, but that's really how I'd assume he translated to the game, is just doing what he does in practice.
Is he easy to learn from?
Yeah. He's open. If you got a question, you can just ask him. He's a good teammate, funny. Talks a lot, so yeah, if you got anything or you even just want to watch and see the little things that he does, you can just pick it up easily, so yeah.
talking about a receiver with kind of that experience, kind of that leadership, Coach Drinkwitz made a big deal in the press conference a couple days ago about how much of a leader Theo Weiss has been in that locker room. What has he kind of brought to the receiving corps?
He's brought a lot. He's brought a lot of maturity to our group. When he came in, he really came in and stepped in as a leader at day one, really showing us the way by example and by talking to us. He's another person you really could just ask a question about. He's great to learn from. He has a lot of experience, not only here but OU as well. If you have any questions how to grow as a receiver or even as a man, he's just an easy person to connect to. So it's been really good to have him in that room.
What kind of growth have you seen from Joshua Manning?
Seen a lot. Definitely with his confidence. I'm glad to see that he's from this year to this year, he's been a lot more confident in himself. He's been able to make a lot of plays this fall camp, and it just feels great to see as someone kind of, even though it's a year older than him, but it feels good to see someone grow and be more confident in themselves. So it's looking good.
Heard a lot about Nick Deloach and Toriano Pride and stuff like that. Is there any defensive backs that have been doing well, but maybe we haven't hearing as much about?
All of them. Everybody in that room has been doing well. Every day in camp, the receiver group and the corners and even safeties go out there and compete, which makes each other better. Iron sharpens iron. So everybody in that group on the defensive side, on the cornerbacks or DB room, they all been looking good. Just going out there and competing, just having fun.
I know coaches will say there's never enough time before the first game. From a player standpoint, you guys ready to be done with this and get out and start playing somebody else?
There's always that feeling, there's always that excitement for the first game. Definitely, probably be excited to get there, get that first game out the way so you could really just, like you said, go against someone else. But in the meantime, it just gives us a lot of time to prepare because we know how good our defense is and how good our offense is. We just continue to work and better each other. So when we see an opponent, we'll be ready.
Thank you.